All right, Remake Our Life fans. We already knew what the deal was. We already knew Shinoaki and Kyoya were gonna be a thing, but you can't do Nanako like this, right? Because this is what's gonna happen. This is gonna present an issue that comes up later. As big of a fan as Kyoya was of the Platinum Trio, he now understands that 2 of the 3 of the Platinum Trio live in that house. Now we have Nana and Shinoaki. This could potentially ruin the Platinum Trio. Kyoya doesn't realize this, but we as fans, we seen this coming from a mile away. We seen the signs of Nanako with Kyoya because of how much belief Kyoya had in her. To present it like this, I don't know, man. I think this is a bad way of a presentation, but you know what? We're just gonna have to see what happens, and we'll talk about it a little later in the video. Link in the bio. But what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Damo Senpai, and we are here to talk about episode 5 of Remake Our Life. Now, if you are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit the link in the description, or the red subscribe button, either one to help me towards that cause of reaching my goal, which is to become a full-time content creator. Today's episode presented itself, right? It basically told you everything as soon as it started. There were signs where we already knew what was gonna take place. But so far, Remake Our Life has been pretty good. Not pretty good. It's been really, really good. One of my favorites of the season. And also, we have the great Jahi dropping today too. So I cannot wait to get around to that because I know from a friend of mine that the series is really, really good. On to the analysis of episode 5. They set it up, right? It was all set up from the beginning. We knew this was gonna be the Nanako introduction, right? Well, the Nana introduction. That started last episode with the whole singing fiasco with her and Eiko. That was only a precursor to what was going to transpire in this episode. As soon as they was like, oh man, the band that was supposed to perform duped us, so they had something else to do. Now we have to figure out who we are going to get to replace. I was just like, well, here comes the introduction of Nana, and it was so dope that Kyoya realized it from the crowd because he said he was mesmerized by the voice and he was trying to figure out why it felt so nostalgic, why he was so entranced by the vocals, and then he realized, it's Nana. Welcome to the world, Nana. Now, that's 2 of the 3. I don't know if he realized that Tsurayuki was the 3rd. I don't know if he realized that yet. But that's going to eventually happen. And then he's gonna realize that this is indeed the Platinum Trio. And then he's gonna be like, oh my God, I'm living my dream of actually being able to work with them and help them out. This is tight. This is where the issue lies, that the whole time they've been setting up Shinoaki and Kyoya, right? They've been setting that up this whole season from Jump Street. The issue I have with it is, how are you gonna resolve what could potentially break up the Platinum Trio? Because now you have Kyoya in the center of Shinoaki and Nanako's world. He is their light. So what are you gonna do when Nanako confronts both of them? How are you gonna keep them together? How are you gonna keep Nana from freaking out? I mean, we have Tsurayuki there, right? He has a way with words, obviously, because he's a writer. And the setup of Nanako and Tsurayuki becoming something was also prevalent in this episode too, right? Well, it's not even necessarily prevalent in just this episode. It's been prevalent this entire season with all of their little interactions. I think this is going to be a huge issue, and Kyoya doesn't realize it. And I don't know if he's gonna realize it until it's too late. You know, they always say you never know what you had till it's gone, and the fact that you are in the midst of the Platinum Trio before they became the Platinum Trio, this could really be the end-all be-all. And there was something else that I noticed in this episode. I noticed that every time he picked up on something that was from 10 years in the future, he gets a little fuzzy, right? As you've seen with that painting. I don't know if it was just, due to his fatigue of constant work, or if it's like maybe him being sent back to his timeline. I don't know. Let's get back to the topic at hand, and that is Nanako. She is now able to stand on her own, right? She could sing, she's been practicing, and she sounded amazing, right? And that's all good and well, but now you are going to shoot that confidence down. Now she's gonna realize that maybe Kyoya isn't there for her forever. And that was the one thing that kept her going, was the belief that Kyoya had in her. That was like her bread and butter, her, her silver lining, her, like a lighthouse, right? When a boat gets lost in the ocean and they're like, oh man, our compass is messed up. How are we gonna find our way back to the port? And then they see a lighthouse from however far away, and they're like, that is exactly what we needed to get to where we were going to go. And that's what Kyoya represented to Nanako. So just how are they gonna deal with this whole thing? I'm interested to see what they're gonna do, because this, to me, this can make or break the anime for me. This was supposed to be about Kyoya actually going back in time. Well, at least to me, that was my initial thought, is this was supposed to be about Kyoya going back in time and potentially fixing the Platinum Trio, because we seen in episode 1 that, you know, they were on hiatus and they weren't always together. And even Eiko was trying to figure out like what was going on with the Platinum Trio ahead of time. And she is, I just can't get over how beautiful Eiko is. And by the way, if we are just talking in specifics about the Platinum Trio, just out of Nanako and Shinoaki, I'm a Nanako fan, right? I stan Nanako. Like she is my type of girl. So it's like, maybe it's a bias, you know, I can't even say maybe it's a bias. It's a bias that I would 100% have written this about Nanako as opposed to Shino. That's neither here nor there. You're inserting a disruption, right? This could break everything. And it'll take the likes of Eiko, Tsurayuki, Kyoya, you know, everybody that they've met in order to fix this. And I just don't know what will happen next. Anyways, hell of an episode. I'm glad that the Platinum Trio are getting their introductions. Not as proper as I'd hoped, but they're still being introduced in the right way. So if there's anything that I missed that you picked up on, let me know in the comment section, as well as anything that they may have left out if you are a light novel reader. If you are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit the link in the description or the red subscribe button, either one to help me towards that cause of reaching my goal, which is to become a full-time content creator. As always, it's your boy, Amo Senpai, and I will see you guys in the next video.